Good morning. Today, I want to talk about one of my favorite topics, why I think you should take more photos. And let me explain. One of the things that I have been noticing as I meet people and introduce myself and we share a little bit of our backstory or whatever, where we grew up, where I'm from, that kind of thing. I notice that I start to lump parts of my life together. I'm like, yeah, I grew up on the East Coast and then moved out to San Francisco for a year and then lived in Denver for a year and then I lived in a van for a year and then now I'm here. And it's like, what? Hold on a second. You're just gonna lump all of that together? Like the entire, like all of San Francisco, you're just gonna lump into, I lived there for a year. And then all of Denver, you're just gonna lump into, oh yeah, it was just a year there. And then like the entire year living in a van, road tripping around the West, like you're just gonna, that all of that reduces to, oh yeah, it was just a year. Like, what about all the memories? And have you noticed this with like conversations when you meet new people? Like, have you noticed this? I think that the biggest or the most relatable thing is like college. Like when you meet someone new and you're like, oh yeah, I went to college at X. Or like you're going through your life and you're, oh, grew up here and then I went to college at X for this thing. It's like, you're just gonna lump all that together? Like, what about all of the memories there, All of that just gets reduced into 4 years at college. For me, talking to my future self, it's like, what about all the moments? What about every weekend biking in San Francisco, or exploring, or going on runs, or like the early days of going to coffee shops in Denver, or road tripping up to Montana, going to Glacier National Park, or the unbelievable ski day at Snowbird. All of that gets reduced into, oh yeah, I was just living in a van for a year. Like, what? It is a shame. It is a shame. And I'm trying to remember what else I wanted to say about this. I don't know. I think, wow, I lost my train of thought. I'll jump right to the end then. I think it's like, okay, what do you do about this, right? Johnny Harris has a really good video called I think it's titled like how to remember your life. Basically goes through, I'll link the video in the description, it's really good. But what I do is every month, well, I take a lot of photos. That's number one. Take a lot of photos. And I mean, if you want to go extreme like me, I do a lot of stuff on how I remember my life. But the thing I'm proposing as a starter is just to take more photos. And because if you have more photos, you have more lenses into your life. And it's just an easy, like everybody's got a camera, everybody's got a smartphone, and everybody can, take more photos. That's easy. That's level one. And once you've started to do that, you can start, like, once you have the data, once you have the photos, you can start to go back and relive the memories more easily. But yeah, I do a lot of stuff. I write weekly blog posts. I have a album in my Google Photos that is just like high quality memories. It's literally called Remembering Your Life. And I just put all, like, every month I put all of the photos in there that were like the best photos, the best things that I want to remember, that kind of thing. It's a shame, I forgot. I'm gonna cut this. Okay, I am back. I now wish that I could redo this entire video, but I'm not gonna do it. I'm just gonna send it. The other 3 things, if I can remember them, are, one is, like, don't you want to remember your life? And what I'm realizing is that nobody's gonna do that for you. Like, when you get these opportunities to meet people, and all you can do is reduce your 4 years of college of memories, or whatever, you lived in a place for 5 years, you reduce that, all of that, down into 5 years at whatever. Like, nobody's gonna relive those memories for you, and so you have to do it. And the other thing is, this also applies to if you're in a build phase or a grind phase of your life. Also, this is very beautiful. Yeah, this doesn't only apply to if you're like only having new experiences and going traveling, or like if you're sleeping on the gym floor trying to build your gym business, take a photo of your sleeping bag on the floor, because you're going to want to remember that. Like, this doesn't only apply to new places and new experiences. My first day in San Francisco, I literally shipped all of my stuff across the country, and I didn't have a bed. I just showed up to my empty apartment. And one of the things that I took with me, like, as a carry-on, was a sleeping bag and a blanket. And I literally put on the floor, on the wooden floor, I slept on my sleeping bag, in my sleeping bag, on the wooden floor. And I took a picture of it. And it's like, that is such a good memory. And so it doesn't only apply to travel or new experiences, but that's easy. So everybody has weekends. And okay, my last point is, if you really want to go deep, if you really want to get deep, where this extends is, if you really think about it and you project forward to your future self, ponder the question, what is your future self going to remember about you right now, in the present moment? There is a good chance that he or she is going to lump all of this together into oh yeah, I was just 5 years at whatever. Are you okay with that? I'm not okay with that, you know? Like, you living it right now in the present moment is just going to get lumped together with a whole bunch of other stuff. It's just going to get forgotten. And that is something to think about. Something to think about. Like, what's the contrary perspective here. I'm not trying to say like you have to remember every moment of your life. That's not the point I'm trying to make. It's a sliding scale. It's not a binary. And my perspective is that we don't remember enough of our lives. You know, we don't help our future selves enough so that when he's 80, sitting in his rocking chair, all he has is, you know, whatever's in his head. I want more than that, you know? And at the end of the day, filtering through a lot of data, a lot of photos, in my mind, is better than no photos or not enough photos. Because you can always cut down, but you can never add. So, that is my video for you. Sorry for the cuts, but I wanted to get everything in there. Let me know what you think. See you tomorrow.